Have you ever felt lost or unfulfilled in your life, wondering what your purpose is or what you are meant to be doing? If so, you are not alone. Many people struggle to find meaning and purpose in their life and can feel disconnected or unfulfilled as a result. But what if there was a way to find meaning and purpose in life and live happier, more fulfilling life as a result? Socrates Inc. present Ikigai, the Japanese secret to long and happy life. The summary from the authors Hector Garcia, quick cover, and Frances Mireles. According to the authors of Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life, the key to finding meaning and purpose in life is something called Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese term that refers to a sense of purpose or meaning in life. It is often translated as the reason for which you wake up in the morning. In this book, authors Hector Garcia Puigcerver and Frances Mireles explore the concept of Ikigai and how it can be used to find purpose and meaning in life. Note number 1. Ikigai is the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. One of the key concepts of Ikigai is the idea that it is the intersection of four key elements: what you love to do, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. According to the authors, finding your Ikigai is a matter of finding the intersection of these four elements and aligning your life with them. For example, the author discussed the story of a man named Katsuo who discovered his Ikigai through his love of traditional Japanese woodworking. Katsuo had always loved working with wood and had a natural talent for it. He also recognized that there was a need for traditional Japanese woodworking technique, as they were in danger of being lost. Finally, Katsuo was able to turn his love of woodworking into a successful business and found that he was able to make a living doing something he loved. Note number 2. Health, community, and mindfulness are important components of Ikigai. In addition to four pillars of Ikigai, the authors argue that health, community, and mindfulness are also important components of finding and maintaining one's Ikigai. According to the authors, good physical and mental health are essential to finding and maintaining one's Ikigai, as is a sense of connection and community. Additionally, the authors argue that mindfulness, or practice of being present and aware in the moment, is essential to finding and maintaining one's Ikigai. One example from the book of individuals who demonstrate the importance of health, community, and mindfulness in finding their Ikigai is Jiro, a former fisherman from Okinawa, Japan, who was interviewed by the author. Jiro had always been passionate about fishing and found great joy and purpose in his work. However, as he got older and his physical health declined, he was no longer able to pursue his passion as actively as he had in the past. Instead of feeling discouraged and defeated, Jiro found new ways to connect with his community and cultivate mindfulness in his daily life. He started teaching young people about the art of fishing, sharing his knowledge and skill with the next generation. He also began practicing meditation and mindfulness, focusing on the present moment and finding joy in the simple things in life. By embracing health, community, and mindfulness, Jiro was able to find the new purpose and meaning in his life later years and live a fulfilling life. Note number 3. The concept of Ikigai is closely tied to traditional Japanese values. The concept of Ikigai is closely tied to traditional Japanese values such as simplicity, mindfulness, and gratitude. According to the authors, these values are essential to finding and maintaining one's Ikigai and are a key part of traditional Japanese way of life. One example of this is the concept of Kaizen, or continuous improvement, which is a key part of Japanese mindset. According to the authors, The idea of constantly striving for improvement and growth is closely tied to the concept of the Ikigai and is essential to finding and maintaining one's sense purpose and meaning in life. Note number 4. The people of Okinawa, Japan have some of the highest life expectancy in the world. One of the key examples of the power of Ikigai is the power of Okinawan, Japan, who have some of the highest life expectancy in the world. According to the authors, the secret to longevity and well-being of the people of Okinawa is their strong sense of Ikigai and connection to their community. The diet also contributed in this. The traditional Okinawa diet is characterized by high intake of plant-based food, such as sweet potatoes, soybeans, and vegetables, and low intake of animal protein and processed food. This dietary pattern has been associated with a number of health benefits, including a reduced risk of chronic disease such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. The traditional Okinawa diet also places a strong emphasis on moderation, balance, and enjoyment of food, rather than strict rules or restrictions. Note number 5. It is never too late to find your Ikigai. According to the authors, it is never too late to find your Ikigai and start living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. They argue that Ikigai is not something that you are born with, but something you can develop and cultivate over time. One example of this story is a man named Katsuo, who discovered his Ikigai later in life. Despite not finding his passion until 50, Katsuo was able to build successful business and a fulfilling life based on his love of woodworking. Note number 6. It is important to keep an open mind and be flexible in finding your Ikigai. The authors argue that it is important to keep an open mind and flexible in finding your Ikigai. They suggest that sometimes our Ikigai may change over time, and that it is important to be open to new possibilities and experience. For example, the author discussed the story of a woman named Masako, who was able to find her Ikigai by embracing change and taking on new challenges. Despite facing numerous setbacks and challenges, Masako was able to find her Ikigai and live a fulfilling life by remaining open to new possibilities and being flexible in her approach. Throughout her life, Masako actively participated in her community, helping others and maintaining close relationships with her family and friends. She also had a deep connection to her cultural tradition, which provided her with a sense of belonging and purpose. As a result of her strong connection to her community and cultural roots, Masako was able to live a long and fulfilling life full of purpose and meaning. Final key summary. In conclusion, Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life, is a valuable resource for anyone seeking to find purpose and meaning in their life. The books offer a wealth of practical tips and insight, as well as inspiring stories of individuals who have found their Ikigai and are living fulfilling lives as a result. Some key takeaways from the book include the importance of aligning one's passion and values, cultivating a sense of community and connection, and being open to new possibilities and experience. By embracing the principle of Ikigai, readers can learn to live a more purposeful, meaningful, and fulfilling lives. I hope this video is helpful. Please subscribe to our channel so we can make more content like this. If you have any question or would like more information, I recommend checking out the book for a more in-depth exploration of the concept discussed. And hope you already find your Ikigai. Thanks for watching.